Let's talk about your daily commute. It's not just a trip, is it? It's more like a daily mission, a challenge that really tests your skill and awareness every single day. So in this explainer, we're going to unlock the survival guide to make sure you nail that mission safely every single time.
I mean, seriously, think about it. Rush hour is way more than just traffic. It's like this high-stakes, fast-moving puzzle where everyone's in a hurry. With so many cars packed so tightly together, every little move you make counts. And that's exactly why we put this guide together, to give you the cheat codes for navigating it.
Okay, first up, let's focus on our motorcycle and bicycle riders. When you're out there on the road, you're the most exposed, which means your awareness and your prep have to be absolutely razor sharp. Really, your survival boils down to two main ideas.
Your entire safety plan on two wheels comes down to these two things: being seen and spatial awareness. Think of it like a constant balancing act. First, you've got to do everything you can to make sure every other car and truck out there sees you. Second, you have to be totally aware of the space you're in and every single potential hazard around you. If you can master that balance, you master the road.
Your safety mission actually starts before you even move an inch. For motorcyclists, that means checking your tire pressure, your tread, and your brakes. That's your critical link to the road. For cyclists, lights that actually work and bright reflective clothing aren't just nice to have, they're non-negotiable. This isn't some boring checklist. It's literally your first line of defense.
Now, this is a critical piece of information that so many people get wrong, and it can be fatal. It's called the inner wheel difference. So when a big truck or a bus makes a turn, its back wheels cut the corner on a much tighter path than the front ones. That little bit of space you thought you had next to it, it can vanish in an instant. If you are in that zone, you are in extreme danger. The rule's incredibly simple. Never, ever ride alongside a turning truck.
So the key here is to ride defensively, all the time. Let's think of it as a four-step process. Number 1, stay out of other vehicles' blind spots. If you can't see their mirrors, they can't see you. 2, always give parked cars at least a 1-meter buffer. You just never know when a door is going to swing open. 3, signal what you're going to do way ahead of time, about 30 meters before you turn. And 4, avoid overtaking from the right. Drivers are just not expecting you to be there.
Okay, let's talk about a hidden danger, one that looks completely harmless right up until it's too late. I'm talking about the actual markings painted on the road. When it rains, some of these surfaces can become as slippery as a sheet of ice for a bike or motorcycle.
And these traps are surprisingly common. Those painted zebra crossings, the thick white stop lines, even metal manhole covers, they lose almost all their traction when they get wet. Trying to brake or turn sharply on one of them is a perfect recipe for a slide. Oh, and be super careful with deep puddles. If you hit one too fast, you can hydroplane, which is when your tires lose contact with the road completely. You have to avoid them at all costs.
All right, let's shift gears and talk to all the drivers and cars now. Sure, you've got a metal frame around you, but in that jam-packed traffic, your responsibility is huge. Your focus has to be on commanding your vehicle with total awareness of the constantly changing scene around you.
And just like on a bike, preparation is everything. Your mission starts before you even turn the key. Is your windshield clean, inside and out? Are your mirrors adjusted so you can actually see what's going on? And hey, are you keeping up with basic maintenance? Breaking down in the middle of rush hour doesn't just ruin your day, it creates a massive hazard for everyone else.
Intersections. That's where most of the trouble happens. The rule here is so simple, and it's a lifesaver. Slow, look, stop. First, slow down as you approach. Second, look, and I mean really look, for pedestrians and cyclists who can seem to appear out of nowhere. And third, just be prepared to stop and yield. It's not a race to see who gets through first, it's about making sure everyone gets through safely.
Look, we all know traffic jams are frustrating, but anger is a terrible driver. Road rage leads to tailgating, unsafe lane changes, and just plain bad decisions. The solution? Just take a deep breath. Remember that patience isn't a passive thing, it's an active safety tool. It's honestly the best co-pilot you can have on a stressful drive.
Okay, now we get to the part of the code that applies to everyone. I don't care if you're on a bike, in a car, or driving a big rig. These 3 rules are the universal, absolutely non-negotiable foundation for a safe commute.
Let's break them down. Rule 1. Put the phone away. Even if you're just sitting at a red light, distraction is a major cause of accidents. Rule 2. Zero alcohol. We'll come back to this, but trust me, the rule is absolute. And Rule 3. Leave 10 minutes early. This one simple habit can completely change the entire vibe of your drive.
Let's be perfectly 100% clear on this one.
There is no such thing as a safe amount of alcohol when you're getting behind the wheel. And this doesn't just apply to the drinks you had an hour ago. A hangover from the night before still seriously messes with your judgment and your reaction time. If you drank last night, just take public transport. The only acceptable number here is 0.
The power of just 10 minutes is, well, it's a game changer. Being in a rush is the root cause of so many dangerous habits. Speeding, aggressive lane changes, road rage, you name it. By simply starting your commute 10 minutes earlier, you get rid of that pressure. You give yourself the gift of calm, you give yourself the space to make better decisions, and you make the journey a whole lot safer for everyone.
Okay, time for the advanced level. Commuting in the rain is a totally different animal. Your visibility goes way down, the roads are slick, and your margin for error shrinks to almost 0. This is where you have to activate your expert motor.
Here it is, the single biggest threat when it's raining. On a wet road, your braking distance can easily double. Just let that sink in. That gap you normally leave yourself, it's suddenly only half of what you actually need. Misjudging this is one of the most common ways people get into collisions in the rain.
So, your tactics have to change. 2 things are non-negotiable. First, turn your headlights on. This isn't just so you can see, it's so other people can see you through all the spray and the gloom. Second, double your following distance. You know that 3-second rule you use when it's dry? Make it 6. This gives you the buffer you desperately need to handle that longer braking distance we just saw.
As we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this one thought. We get so focused on the destination, right? The office, the meeting, the appointment. But that's only half the journey. The real mission, the ultimate goal of every single commute, is just to make it home safely at the end of the day.
So I'll leave you with this question. Just think about everything we've covered from pre-ride checks to leaving 10 minutes earlier. What is the one small doable thing you will do differently on your commute tomorrow to make it safer for yourself and for everyone else sharing the road with you? Your journey home depends on it.